Welcome to the 260 Journey, and today is a challenge. It's a second step that Jesus gives to those that choose to follow him, and it's in John chapter 15. During the life of Jesus, he constantly said to those who were ready to start a journey with God, "Follow me." And then for those that accepted the challenge, he gave them a revolutionary second step or a second challenge, and he said, "Abide in me." That's John 15. First it was follow me, that's the start. Now it's abide in me. This is what happens in the journey. Listen to these challenging words of this new kind of relationship with God. It's found in John 15, 4-5. Abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, so neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him, he bears much fruit, for apart from me, you can do nothing. What does it mean to abide? The word abide just simply means to spend time with, to reside, to be close to. Or more specifically, abide means giving God time, because relationships need time to grow. It's not just come to church, but come to me, come to God. God wants time with you and me. The day you follow Jesus, you got a taste. The day you accept the challenge for what is next, abide, you get a shower. You go from a straw to a fire hydrant. You got on the king's property, now it's time to enjoy the king's palace. All of us are given the same amount of time. Those who are successful use it wisely. Someone said it like this: there are only 3 colors, 10 numbers, and 7 notes. It's what we do with them that's the most important. See, the cost is it's going to cost us time. But many of us cry out, I don't have any more time. But the challenge, it's not adding something to a schedule, but subtracting something out. It's sometimes, in order to abide, you have to take something good out to add the best. Why? It's to see how valuable God is and that relationship is. One of the most amazing pastors in the Atlanta area taught me something, and he taught me this saying. Let me read it to you. He says, whenever you say yes to anything, there is less of you for something else. Just make sure your yes is worth the less. Listen to that again. Just make sure your yes is worth the less for the thing that you just said yes to. Here's the bad news. Time flies. Here's the good news. You're the pilot. Direct your life correctly. Because in John 15, abiding is connected to 4 amazing benefits if you choose to abide. If you take the challenge and choose to go on a journey of abiding, it's just like you did to follow Jesus. Jesus says, look for 4 things to happen. First, he says in John 15:11, he says, joy is going to come. These things I've spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and my joy and your joy may be made full. Talk about standing out in the arena of life. Joy is so attractive because it's really rare today. He also says obedience comes. That's verse 10. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. Abiding makes obedience easy and joyful. Thirdly, prayers get answered. That's verse 7. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you. The thought of praying and seeing it answered is worth the ticket price. I pray God answers because of abiding. I'm going, sign me up. See, it goes like this. The more I'm with God, that's abiding. The more I talk with him, that's prayer. The more prayer gets answered. That's exciting. I heard one monk say this one time: the man who prays will accomplish more in a year than another can in an entire lifetime. That's the power of prayer. And finally, I become productive. Jesus calls it bearing fruit. That's verse 4. Abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine. So neither can you unless you abide in me. Producing fruit is what a branch is meant to do. Without fruit, it just sticks. Bearing fruit in verse 4 means doing what you're meant to do. Branches bear fruit, but not all branches. Only the ones connected to the vine. And you can't be connected with God without being effective for God. Many of you choose salvation, have chosen salvation. That's the follow me. But will you accept Jesus' second challenge? Abide in me. Abiding is not just time with God in heaven. Abiding is time with God now, here on earth. And many of you are doing that with the 260 Journey. Thank you, and God bless you.